Te lo mando.
Just 4 days after devastating earthquakes shook Venezuela, another disaster struck without warning. Torrents of muddy water surged through streets, homes disappeared beneath floodwaters, and terrified families fled with only moments to escape. As the country struggled to recover from one catastrophe, nature unleashed another. This is the story of the June 2026 floods that brought fresh devastation to western Venezuela. On June 28, 2026, relentless rainfall pounded the municipality of Monseñor José Vicente de Unda in Portuguesa State. For more than 8 hours, powerful storms dumped enormous amounts of rain across the region, overwhelming rivers and streams already carrying high volumes of water. The Chabasquencito River rose rapidly before bursting over its banks. Within a short time, floodwaters rushed into neighborhoods, sweeping mud, rocks, fallen trees, and debris through streets that quickly became fast-moving rivers. Residents watched helplessly as water invaded homes, businesses, and public buildings, destroying property in its path. Many families were caught off guard because the river rose so quickly. As the floodwaters entered homes, people rushed to rescue children, elderly relatives, and whatever belongings they could carry. Furniture, appliances, food supplies, and personal possessions were left behind as muddy water filled entire neighborhoods. The flooding caused widespread damage throughout Chabasquén and nearby communities. Roads were washed away, while sections of pavement collapsed, leaving large sinkholes that cut off important transportation routes. Several bridges became unsafe or impassable, temporarily isolating communities and making rescue efforts far more difficult. Schools and local businesses also suffered heavy flood damage, forcing closures while authorities assessed the situation. Officials reported that hundreds of residents were directly affected. Dozens of families had to leave their homes and seek refuge in temporary shelters established inside schools, churches, and community centres. Emergency crews from Protection Civil, firefighters, police officers, and volunteers worked continuously to evacuate stranded residents, deliver emergency supplies, and assess structural damage despite dangerous conditions. Although the flooding caused extensive destruction, early reports indicated there were no confirmed fatalities. Even so, many residents lost nearly everything they owned in only a few hours. Homes were left filled with mud, damaged beyond immediate repair, while families faced the difficult task of rebuilding their lives. The timing of the disaster made the situation even more challenging. Only 4 days earlier, northern Venezuela had been struck by powerful earthquakes that caused widespread destruction and demanded a massive emergency response. While the flooding occurred hundreds of kilometers from the earthquake zone and was caused by heavy rainfall rather than seismic activity, it added another major crisis for emergency agencies already working under enormous pressure. Meteorologists explained that the flooding resulted from prolonged, intense rainfall that saturated the ground and caused rivers to rise with exceptional speed. Once the soil could absorb no more water, runoff rapidly poured into the Chabasquencito River, triggering flash flooding across low-lying communities. The surrounding mountainous terrain accelerated the flow of water, increasing both the speed and destructive force of the flood. Events like this highlight how vulnerable many communities remain to extreme weather. Heavy rainfall can transform normally calm rivers into dangerous torrents within hours, leaving little time for preparation or evacuation. Scientists also warn that warmer atmospheric conditions can contribute to more intense rainfall events, increasing the likelihood of severe flooding in vulnerable regions. As floodwaters slowly receded, residents returned to neighborhoods covered in thick layers of mud and debris. The cleanup will take weeks, while repairing damaged roads, restoring public services and rebuilding homes may require months. For the people of Chabasquén, the June 2026 flood was not simply another storm. It became a powerful reminder that recovery from one disaster can be interrupted by another when least expected.
Se acabó el salón de primer.
Thanks for watching Nature Crisis. Stay safe, stay informed, and always follow official guidance during emergencies. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe for more updates on natural disasters and severe weather around the world.